How's it feel just to get through the regular season 11-1 and be one game now short of your goals?
Man, it feels amazing. First and foremost, I want to glorify Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. Without him, this team won't be the same. So he did it all for us. So I want to glorify him and give him all the praise first and foremost. But to get back to your question, man, it feels amazing. It feels amazing. We really work hard in practice, in meetings. Man, we don't take any days for granted. And when you play Boise State, it's like you're gonna get everybody's best. Like Oregon State, that's the best they ever played. We watched them on film. Last game was the same. Wyoming was the best game they ever played. So we're gonna get everybody's best. But what's good about us that we really find a way to win, and that's what great teams do. And we stick together when it's rough. So
What does that mean? Kind of maybe it hasn't been the prettiest the last couple of weeks, but yet you're fine. We saw Tulane lose last night. Like you guys are still finding ways to win, even if it's not always the prettiest. And yet now here you are, playing for the championship next week.
absolutely. I mean, it's hard to win in November. It's really hard to win in November. I mean, it's competition month. Everybody you see across the country are losing right now. But great teams stay together. Great teams just press through any hard stuff, and we just find a way to win. I mean, that's what great teams do, and this is an elite team. And I'm so happy. I'm so glad and grateful just to be a part of this. I mean, I love this team so much. It means this is my family. Besides Corey, and my dad back at home, this is my family, and I couldn't do it without them. So I'm really grateful.
You mentioned getting teams best every week, but you guys have to be at your best every week. And just how much pressure, or just what's the pressure like? Just that every week that you just have to be at your best every week, and then the next week you have to be at your best, and then so on and so on.
Yeah, I mean, when you play Boise State, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you're gonna get everybody's best. I mean, every game is a rivalry game. Everybody wants to beat Boise State on the blue. Everybody wants to beat Boise State on their home. So when you play games like that, you're gonna get everybody's best. And again, like great teams just stick together, even when things are not going right. I mean, look at the past few weeks. They didn't go right for us sometimes, but we found a way and we won the games.
How nice was this week, and just in terms of, I mean, still a tough game, but you were playing from ahead the whole game. You didn't have to play from behind at all.
I mean, it's awesome just playing ahead and knowing what we need to do on defense and just responding. I mean, if something bad happens, just putting the fire out. Coach always say put the fire out, put the fire out. As a defensive player, you're always responding for what's happening. So it's huge for us. It's nice to play ahead of the sticks and not have to be like down low and now we have to respond. Now you have to keep the momentum. You have to keep the offense out there. You score, defense to get a stop. So it was huge, and then just staying together and winning these type of games, it's huge.
Obviously, you've got one more home game next week at least, but just sort of seeing your day and everything around it, just any emotions there? How are you feeling?
Man, I can't even start with how much this program gave to me, and how much Coach D, Jabril, Coach Shins taught me, not just as a football player, as a man, and how to lead, how to treat people the right way, how to have respect for other people, how to get the job done when the job needs to be done. This program changed my life. I mean, I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to, but I knew that we had one more game on a home game, so that's why I wasn't that emotional. I wanted to we have another home game. Let's go win. So it wasn't as emotional, but it's definitely a part of me is just like, damn. If we played the championship away, then that would have been my last home game. And I kind of talked to the defense. I was like, hey man, don't take these moments for granted. I mean, just think if this was our last home game, what type of effort, what type of passion would you give if this was our last home game? And I'm really grateful that we have one more and time to go get that ring.
And just what can you say, 'cause the day after Thanksgiving, not just the sellouts, but even the student section is sold out. You think a lot of kids would be on break just having that kind of support even on a morning like today?
It's huge. Bronco Nations is like helping us big time. I remember like the first couple of drives, there's just false starting the whole time. I mean, that's huge. That puts them behind the stakes and we get 3 and out. It's huge. Man.
Being in the
Can't wait to listen.
being in the trenches, obviously you're involved in contact on every play. But you look at Ashton, he's the focal point of that contact on 37 plays tonight. Just how much of a toll does that take on a body, and just how impressive is it what he does at just taking hit after hit after hit after hit?
Man, he's a warrior. Like, just looking at him gives you motivation. Is like people were really planting. People really like want to stop his game, and he still finds a way to respond. He still finds a way to push his teammates. He still finds a way to motivate the defense. So that's huge, man. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better teammate than Ashton. I mean, he's huge for me. Like, I just love him as a teammate, and I love what he's doing out there. But as a teammate, just looking at him just gave me motivation and give me the drive to go and go and go and go. So I'm really grateful for him. I mean, he's doing stuff that nobody like ever done. I mean, he's a great teammate, man. I mean, he deserves all the praise. He deserves all love. And first and foremost, when he gets that, he just prays it to God, and that's the big part too, because he gives all the glory to Jesus Christ.
You mentioned he motivates the defense. After he breaks off one of those long runs or something, does he come over to the side and say, "Okay, your turn now"?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Every drive. I mean, he comes up to me and just dabs me up before the game, after the game. I kind of walk with him, like the captains have to do a flip, and we motivate each other and be like, "Hey, I got your back, you got my back. Let's go get the win." So that's huge. You just look at him, and he'll do whatever it takes to win the football game. Even if he has to playing in a 9-man box, he will do it. And never heard any time he complaining, pointing fingers, none of that. He's one of the best teammates I ever had.
Ahmed, it's the day after Thanksgiving, early kickoff, short week. There were a lot of built-in potential excuses for you guys not to start fast, but on defense, I think Oregon State had their first down until like 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. So what allowed you guys to start so effectively on the defensive side of the ball and get off the field?
Yeah, I mean, just staying together. I mean, just having that swag back and having that be like, okay, we're going to get it done. I mean, if you look, Bronco Nation is just bringing out the noise, man. I mean, you look and they can't get the count right, and they jump on sides like twice. So that's huge for us. That put them behind the stakes, and that's how we win games. I mean, fans are like huge for us. So all thanks to Bronco Nation, the coaches making huge calls. I mean, everybody that executing their job, everybody doing 111 for the team and not just the individuals. I mean, you play as a defense like that, we play collectively, it's huge. You win games.
How nice was it having Andrew Simpson back in the lineup behind you?
What's up?
How nice was it having Andrew Simpson back in the lineup behind you?
Huge. I mean, he's a great player and a great teammate, and man, I'm grateful to have him back, and he's back 100%. So I'm really grateful for that.
You guys been kind of taking this 1 week at a time every week to now be literally at the last week here. It's a championship game and a chance to win it and get to the playoff and get all your goals. I mean, what's the feeling going into this week?
I mean, just like every week, what's the most important game? Because the next one. That's Coach D say that all the time. What's the most important game? It's the next one. And now the job is not finished. Let's finish the job. I mean, our goal here is to win a Mountain West championship with academic excellence and a bowl game. So let's go accomplish that.
Does postseason football have a bit of a different feel to it?
Say that again.
Does postseason football have a bit of a different feel to it?
I mean, it's cool. It's amazing that what we're doing here, but it's always what's the next one. What's the most important game? Is the next game, and I'm not really trying to focus on playoffs or focus on that. It's what's the most important game? It's the championship game. So let's go win. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to go right now. I mean, let's go play.
Speaking of the championship game, are you guys gonna be I'm sure you're gonna be monitoring the Colorado State UNLV games. Any team plans to get together, watch those games, anything like that?
Man, whoever steps in the blue. I mean, put the ball down. I'll play in the parking lot. Let's go. Doesn't matter.
We know that Albertson Stadium has always created a pretty unique home field advantage for you guys, but during your time here, Ahmed, there was a point in time where you guys weren't defending the blue at the rate that the standard would require you guys to, and now you guys have rattled off, I think it's 10 or 11 in a row now at home. What does that mean to you to kind of reestablish that? For me, I feel like that's like one of the most important things to building the program back up again, and you guys are on your way there.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about legacy. I want to leave a legacy here. My teammates want to leave a legacy. Seniors want to leave a legacy. I mean, our mentality is that we don't lose on the blue no matter what. This is our home. We sweat, bleed. For all the legends that came before us and coming after us, we want to leave a legacy. So that's kind of our mentality. It's just like whoever we play on the blue, we don't lose. And to get that back and to be 9-0 at home, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge for the people before us, the legends that came before us, just to hold up the standard and to even raise it up for the people that's coming after us. It's huge. I mean, it means the world to me. And I will give my life on this book. Like I will die on this book. Seriously. I mean, this Boise State gave me so much and taught me so much that I'm forever grateful for. That I'll do whatever it takes just to be out there.
So with that said, how much do you need to sell out in the place rocking for the championship next week?
Oh, sold out. I mean, we need to find new seats to bring the new fan. Like, it would be huge. It would be huge to see the Bronco Nation selling out. I mean, you've done it all year. It's huge. It's been huge for us all year on defense, on offense. Just to look out the stands and be like, wow, man, this is really, really the best atmosphere that I can ever be at. So I'm really grateful.
You know, mindset, mentality means so much up front. For your guys' offensive line, what does it mean to have Mason Randolph back at that center spot for you guys?
Yeah, you're talking about the center of the offense. I mean, he's very vocal. It's huge. He's my best friend. I mean, it's huge to have him back there, and I know it means the world to him that he's back. He's an elite player, and even more passionate about the game, and passionate about teammates, passionate about winning, and cares so much about getting the whole line communicated really well. I mean, I'm just really grateful to even play with him, because I thought that I wasn't gonna play with him again, and that was kind of like sad for me, because I know this is it for me. And we kind of talked and be like, man, I'm really sad that I can't finish the year out with you, your last year, and to have him back out there and just having that moment between me and him and hugging and be like, hey bro, I love you. Like I love you so much. Like I'm really happy and glad that you're back. I mean, it means the world to me and to him too.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you guys.
Good job, Ahmed.
Thank